You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many.
What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another AEW Dynamite under orange lights. I'm Unstoppable Denominator, and hell, what an awesome show it was last night on AEW. As the highlights, it didn't look like it disappointed at all. AEW Dynamite looked very great. It looked like non-action, fun-packed show last night. Prove me wrong, because according to the highlights showed it was awesome. Literally, I was on the edge of my seat when I was watching it on my break at lunch at work. So, tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite was broadcasted live from the sold-out Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and the Human Suplex Machine, Taz, were on the broadcast team for tonight's event. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. The Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. I guess, apparently Jeff Hardy is supposed to be leaving, taking some time off. I don't know. I know I didn't do any reports on that. I'm sorry. Just been busy, and I had, gotten to have my sleep. Usually I do news here on this channel as along with results. The Hardys versus the Guns, Austin and Colton Gunn. The Hardys used tandem offense on Austin and then on Colton. Classic Hardys right there, said Taz. Colton cracked Jeff with a blindsided shot from the apron, taking away Jeff's momentum. Colton suplexed Jeff. The fans chanted, ass boys, at the Guns. Jeff dropped his shoulder and took Austin out onto the arena floor. Colton tagged in, but Jeff stunned him with a jawbreaker. Matt Hardy tagged in and cleaned house on the Guns. Matt connected with a side effect on Austin. Matt followed up with a twist of fate, but Colton broke up the pinning cadence by placing his brother Boot on the ropes. They're taking every shortcut they can, said Tony Schiavone. Jeff double DDT'd the Guns. Jeff sent Colton flying with a twist of fate. Jeff climbed to the top rope, but Bullet Club Gold rained down. Juice Robinson distracted the referee while Jay White shoved Jeff off the top rope. The Guns rocked Jeff with the 320 to Yuma, and Austin pinned Jeff Hardy. Bullet Club Gold returning the favor to the Guns. That was impressive, said Taz. Bullet Club Gold double-teamed Matt Hardy after the match. Then Juice clocked Jeff with a roll of quarters. Absolute Ricky Starks brinked it down to even up the odds for the Hardys. Bullet Club Gold and the Guns swarmed Starks, but then AEW World Tag Team Champs FTR ran to the ring. The Bullet Club Gold and the Guns had FTR outnumbered, but CM Punk ran to the ring, and the Bullet Club Gold and the Guns bolted out of the ring. CM Punk says, if you want to fight so bad, we'll make it official. We can kick your asses on Collision. I'll see you chumps on Saturday. Now hit my music. He also said he's not supposed to be on AEW Dynamite either. Because it's not his show. It's Collision is his show. Concession stand brawl. The Last Outlaw. Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe. The match began in the concourse of the arena. Mark whoppled Jeff with a garbage can. Mark sent Jeff crashing into a table. Mark Briscoe squirted mustard on Jeff. Karen Jarrett snuck up and squirted ketchup in Mark's eyes. Of course, she's a bitch. Mark set up a ladder, and I was hoping to have Aubrey Edwards to be on Mark's side, but apparently not. Mark set up a ladder and climbed it. Sanjay Dutt climbed it and shoved Mark off the ladder, sending Mark flying and crashing through a table below. Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett took Mark Briscoe to the ring. Lethal tried to clear the timekeeper's table, but Papa Briscoe was there. Papa Briscoe chokeslammed Lethal through the table. Papa Briscoe hit a lariat on Sanjay Dutt and Jeff Jarrett. Karen Jarrett ran in and connected with a low blow on Papa Briscoe. Mark went for a Jade Driller, but Santama Scene entered the fray and chokeslammed Mark. Christopher Daniels and the Best Friends ran down. The Lucha Bros joined the melee. They took down Santama, Penta's El Zero Mito, and rocked Jeff Jarrett with a thrust kick in the ring. Mark rolled up Jeff with a schoolboy and pinned him. Thankfully, someone was there to even up the odds for Mark Briscoe. A big assist by the Best Friends, Christopher Daniels, and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers, said Excalibur. And let's not forget from Papa Briscoe, added Tony Schiavone, the Blackpool Combat Club was backstage with Don Callis and Takeshita. Moxley, only 3 letters matter. BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club. We define pro wrestling in 2023. And for Forbidden Door, we have assembled a truly elite team. The BCC and tall, dark, and sexy Takeshita, and my friend, the shooter, Shoto Umino. We challenged the elite to a 5-on-5 match at Forbidden Door. What will be a celebration of wrestling, and the dream match will become a nightmare when the Rainmaker meets the best in the world, Bryan Danielson. Danielson, Okada, I've challenged you to a face-to-face tonight. But as far as I can tell, you're not even here. And I understand why. Because so many people call you the best wrestler in the world. The best wrestler of a generation. But when you step into the ring with me, it's going to be clear to everybody that you're nothing but an amateur. I'm going to wait until the end of the night and call you out. And if you don't show up, I'm going to prove to everyone what I just said. That you're not the best. You're not the best of the generation. That you're an amateur and a coward. Next, we have Trios Tag Match. The Show Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin and AR Fox. Sammy and Action locked up. Sammy took down Action with a shoulder block. Both me went for thrust kicks, and there was a stalemate. Sammy tagged Suzuki instead of Jericho. Darius chopped at Suzuki, and Suzuki smirked. Suzuki dropped Darius Martin with a vicious forearm. Jericho tagged in, and AR Fox wobbled Jericho with a lariat in the corner, and then a drop kick. Jericho distracted ref Aubrey Edwards while Sammy blasted Fox with a knee to the spine. Action Andretti tagged in and flew in with a big elbow strike to Jericho. Action hit a springboard onto Jericho and followed up with a John Woo style dropkick. Suzuki got in the ring, but Darius tried to stop him. Minoru knocked Darius down with a forearm. Minoru Suzuki grabbed Action Andretti, hoisting him up for a Gotch-style pile driver. But Darius got to his feet and saved Action with a kick to Suzuki's skull. Sammy was there, though, and rocked Action and Darius with a perfect timed double cutter. Fox springboarded with a missile drop kick to Sammy. Jericho was rolled up by Action for a near fall. Action whipped out Jericho with a kickoff of the ropes. He followed up with a running shooting star press for a near fall. Darius tagged in, but Sammy grabbed him and planted him with a Spanish fly. AR Fox jumped in and clocked Sammy with a corkscrew brainbuster. Suzuki got a hold of Fox and spiked him with a Dutch-style pile driver. Andrade surprised Suzuki with a hook kick. Jericho then shook Andrade with a code breaker. Darius Martin snuck in from behind. Jericho rolled him up for a near fall. He followed up with a flatliner off the bottom rope for a 2 count on Jericho. Jericho anticipated Darius' next move, countered with a lion tamer, and forced Darius to tap out. After the match, Renee entered the ring to interview the winners. Renee said, "Last week we saw Chris Jericho and Sting nose to nose inside the ring for the very first time. What was that like?" Jericho said, "Sting and Chris Jericho in the ring for the very first time ever was a monumental moment in professional wrestling history. Never been seen before. Everyone was so excited except for me. You see, Sting, I've known you for a long time. I know how selfish you are, how egotistical you are. You claim to be a hero to millions. Meanwhile, all you ever do is show up to where the highest bidder is. You're a whore, and it stops now. That's why Lee Suzuki gods are challenging you and that mutant Darby Allin to find a partner. If anyone will team with you and face us this Sunday at Forbidden Door." Jericho and Sting in the ring for a match for the first time ever. But are you going to accept? I don't think so. You're a coward. You're selfish. You're nothing more than sanctimonious. Sting's music hits. Sting and Darby Allin walk to the ring. Sting says, "Chris, why are you so uptight? You're cussing at me. Now under your breath. We had a great moment last week. I agree, but a moment is not long enough. Chris, I need some time with you. Sunday, I plan on having some time with you. In other words, I accept. Darby accepts your lame challenge." Darby says, "You gotta remember, Chris, you made a lot of enemies in a lot of places. We got the guy for Sunday." Jericho says, "Yeah? Who you got? Who is your partner?" Darby says, "You'll find out at Collision." There was a rumor by Ringside News that somebody returned last night. I don't know who, but we could find out. I could find out. I never got to it yesterday because or last night is because I was at work, but I could report it today if you guys want me to. But I'm going to be pretty much busy. If I can find it here, I don't know. I thought I saw it from Ringside News reported by them, but I don't see it. Okay, AEW WWE ex-WWE superstar returns during AEW Rampage. Oh, okay, nobody... It's pretty much... Johnny Elite? I'm guessing John Morrison? But... anyways, I thought it was... But, Tony Schiavone and RJ City were backstage to kick things off for the Blind Eliminator tournament. Schiavone says, names are chosen at random and next week we will announce the brackets, but today we will choose a couple of names. These two men will be a tag team formed at random, and here is the first name. RJ City spun bingo balls in a randomizer, and then Tony picked them out. Schiavone says the brackets will be announced next week here on Dynamite. The Elite, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson were backstage. Page says the Blackpool Combat want to challenge the Elite to a 5-on-5 match at Forbidden Door. And like always, they use the numbers game to their advantage because they know that Kenny Omega has a match against Will Ospreay. And that leaves 3 of the Elite. But correct me if I'm wrong, the Elite has friends. We have friends all over. Omega says, yeah, whether it be the Blackpool Combat Club, whether it be Don Callis, whether it'll be Will Ospreay to Kushida, sometimes it feels like the whole world is against us. But trust me when I say a lot of guys hate you, BCC, and it isn't just exclusive to us. When the chips were down and we needed a friend, we found one in an unexpected place. Eddie Kingston walked onto the scene. Kingston said, here's the thing, I don't like you guys. I don't respect you at all, but I hate Claudio more. So I'll team up with you, so that makes 4, right? But the 5th person is going to be someone I want, someone I pick. I may not trust them, but I trust them more than you guys. So I'm going to make the announcement. Adam Cole came to the ring. Cole, who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? I have to give the Devils his due. MJF gave me one of the toughest matches of my entire career last week. Oh, this is the best promos I ever witnessed. This is the funniest part coming up soon. I did everything in my power to win that match, but I didn't win. However, MJF didn't win either. I understand. Yeah, because the time limit expired. And that's stupid. Get rid of the time limit. Let them fight forever. It was the smart thing for MJF not to accept the 5 more minutes. It was also the cowardly thing to do. The fact is that MJF has never beaten Adam Cole. I'm going to get right to the point, Max. How about you bring your ass down here and we talk about my rematch? AEW World Champion MJF walked down to the ring. MJF said, what I would like to say to you, believe it or not, is congratulations. The Panama Playboy came back and better than ever. And I'm the one that dragged him out of you. And I know you won't thank me. But that's fine. But I'm real worried about you. You suffered a lot of blows to the head. Last week you lost track of the time. Had that time not run out, I had you beat. No, you didn't. That's a lie. You did not have him beat. He had you beat. He had one more second to beat you. You would have lost. MJF, you didn't have him beat. I'm sorry to say. You're a liar, you're a coward, and you're a jackass. That's what you are, MJF. We all know it's true, but let's live in an imaginary world where I didn't have you dead to rights. As far as you wanting a rematch as a fan of yours, dare I say, because I care about your health and well-being. As far as your rematch goes, I'm going to have to say no. I'm sorry. Cole says, which is what we all figured. So, I've got an idea to change your mind. How about we fight and I whoop your ass right in Chicago? Tony Schiavone, stood up from the announce table. Says, excuse me, gentlemen, but I have an announcement here. Here's the thing is, both Adam Cole and MJF looked at each other and then put the mic up to their mouths and said, shut up, Tony Schiavone. They both said that at the same time. That was awesome. That was funny as, you know. We just had that drawing for the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. The first name I drew was Adam Cole. The second name we drew, the man who will be your partner in the tournament, is MJF. Cole said, I'm not tagging with him. MJF said, you want me to wrestle every week? Yeah, duh, you're gonna have to wrestle every week. You're a fucking champion, MJF. What are you? Some sick pervert? No. You're an idiot. Hiroshi Tanahashi appeared on the big screen. Tanahashi, MJF, Tanahashi said, MJF, what kind of champion are you? Exactly. I dare you to show up at Forbidden Door so I can show you what is the strength of NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and of the Ace. MJF says, I don't know what kind of dog and pony show Tony Khan is running around here, but for the millionth time, adjust your hearing aid, Tanahashi. Cole said, MJF, wait a minute. I want you to really think about your answer here, because I know you're trying to prove you're not a coward. But oh wait, I really hope this isn't because you think Tanahashi is better than you. He is. MJF says, I'm the world champion. Nobody is better than me. Come on now. Cole said, that's kind of what it sounds like. You think Tanahashi is better than you, Max. MJF says, you listen to me. You listen to me, and you listen to me good. Nobody on this planet is on the level of the devil. Cole says, coward, coward, coward. MJF says, damn it, Tanahashi, you want me at Forbidden Door? You're on! Cole says, so that match is official. MJF versus Tanahashi at Forbidden Door. And let me leave you with this. Good luck, partner. Now that was a good segment right there. I love that segment, to be honest with you guys. Next, we have AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy and Ring of Honor Pure Champion Shibata versus Daniel Garcia and a New Japan Pro Wrestling World TV Champion Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre and Shibata chain wrestled. Shabir was looking for a triangle. Shibata escaped. Shabir put on the flying octopus hold, but Shibata escaped that. Garcia tagged in and ate a series of forearms from Shibata. Orange Cassidy tagged in, and he and Garcia had a dance-off. Kushida drop kicked Garcia. Daniel Garcia used a snap suplex on Orange Cassidy. Sabir and Garcia double-teamed Orange Cassidy. Cassidy blasted Sabir with a stun dog millionaire and then made the tag to Shibata. After distraction from Garcia, Sabir clipped Shibata with a sneaky forearm. Orange flew out with a top topia to Sabir. Shibata used a butterfly suplex for a near fall on Garcia. Daniel Garcia locked on the Dragon Tamer. Cassidy DDT'd Sabir. Garcia ran into Shibata with a lariat, but Shibata answered with a pump kick. Shibata was setting up Garcia for a move when Cassidy went for the orange punch, but Garcia ducked, and Orange Cassidy inadvertently connected with Shibata. Garcia rolled up Shibata and pinned him. Shibata and Orange Cassidy were working so well together except for the final moments of the match. Some friendly fire giving Garcia and Shibata the win, said Excalibur. Alex Marvez was backstage trying to get the scoop from Will Ospreay. Ospreay says, AEW is going to need to get some security for me in Canada. Don Callis interrupted the interview. Sir William, you need special security, especially in Toronto. I'm going to make my own military grade security available to you at Forbidden Door in Toronto. Ospreay said, what do you want from this? Callis says, I just want to see a fair fight between you and Omega. Good luck. Let's get a 1, 2, 3. TBS champion match. Chris Statlander as your champion versus Taya Valkyrie. Chris dodged a pump kick from Taya. Chris came back with a shoulder tackle to Taya. Taya paintbrushed Chris with a open hand strike. Chris swept out Taya's legs, and Taya fired back with a knee strike. Chris rallied back with a moonsault off the apron onto Taya onto the floor. Taya butterflied Chris's arms and then planted her. Chris avoided a curb stomp and followed up with a discus lariat for a near fall. Taya speared Chris Statlander. Taya followed up with a sliding German suplex. Statlander suplexed Taya. Statlander spiked Taya with the Wednesday Night Fever and pinned Taya. Eddie Kingston was in the ring to reveal the 5th member of his team. Kingston says, there's been a lot of things going on that I don't like, that I don't agree with. Especially one of my homeboys who is mad that I'm teaming up with the Bucks. I don't care if Jon Moxley and I have a problem. Jon Moxley walked through the crowd and entered the ring. Moxley said, You know how this goes. If they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand against you, destroy them. You're drawing a line at Forbidden Door. Kingston said you drew that line by teaming up with that scumbag Claudio, not me. I ain't got time for this. Ladies and gentlemen, the fifth man is Ishii. The Blackpool Combat Club stormed Kingston. Tamashi Ishii ran to the ring to help Kingston. The BCC brawled with Kingston and Ishii. American Dragon Bryan Danielson grabbed a microphone. Danielson said, "He's not coming out. Okada, where are you? Do you know what? If he's not coming out, I'm going to stop Ishii's face in." Okada's music played and the Rainmaker came down to the ring. Okada and Danielson faced off. We only have to wait until Sunday, the main event in Toronto at Forbidden Door. A dream match for the ages, said Excalibur. Wheeler Yuta blindsided Okada. Yuta helped up Okada as Danielson lined himself up for the charging knee. Okada moved and Danielson inadvertently collided with Wheeler Yuta. Okada tried the Rainmaker, but Danielson dodged it and left the ring. Okada picked up Yuta and smashed him with the Rainmaker discus lariat. Catch AEW Dynamite on TBS next Wednesday, live at 8/7 Central from the First Oriental Center in Hamilton, ON. This Friday, tune in to Rampage, AEW Rampage at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. Don't miss AEW Collision on Saturday, live on TNT at 8/7 Central from the Bank Arena in Toronto, ON. Order Forbidden Door 2023 on Sunday, June 25th, live on pay-per-view from Bank Arena in Toronto, ON. And remember, the home of professional wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. Wow, guys, that was one hell of a pay-per-view. I can't wait, or one hell of a show. Prove me wrong that it wasn't. Anyways, that was the go home show of Dynamite, pretty much, to go into the Forbidden Door. But we have definitely 2 shows before Forbidden Door. But anyways, Unstoppable Squad, let me know what you guys think of AEW. I think it was one hell awesome show. I loved it 100%. I'll give it a rating 10 out of 10. What is your rating on the show? I'm Unstoppable, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for Impact Wrestling. And hopefully this weekend we can cover AEW Collision and AEW Forbidden Door with Peter P. over the phone. I'm Unstoppable, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.